and Americans should prepare for, quote, significant disruptions in their lives.
Overseas, George, a U.S. soldier in South Korea has now become the first American service member infected, and fears hitting Wall Street hard again. With the Dow dropping nearly 880 points, there are now more than 81,000 cases worldwide. Let's go to Steve Mezanmi outside CDC headquarters in Atlanta with more this morning. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Michael. One of the things that has authorities here at the CDC concerned are the outbreaks that are taking place across the world, outbreaks outside of Asia that they cannot directly tie back to Asia. The CDC this morning is putting it plainly that it's not a question of if the virus will spread in the United States, but a matter of when.
We are asking the American public to work with us to prepare in the expectation that this could be bad.
The people are getting better.
And while the president is trying to calm the panic, insisting that the U.S. is well prepared for any outbreak, lawmakers on Capitol Hill weren't so convinced.
Sorry, Head of Homeland Security, do we have enough respirators or not?
The government says it could need around 300 million masks and respirators to fight an outbreak, but only has about 30 million on hand. At a 3M plant in South Dakota where the masks are made, they're working around the clock, and it's still not enough. The frustration in Washington is overflowing.
This is not the time to try to shortchange the American people.
A vaccine is still at least several months away, and for now, if there's an outbreak, health officials are recommending Americans work harder to clean surfaces and to distance themselves from crowds. Meanwhile, overseas, the number of cases is rising. In South Korea, the U.S. military is announcing it's on high alert as the first U.S. service member has tested positive for the virus. That 23-year-old soldier is now in self-quarantine at his off-base residence. And in Italy, there have been more than 320 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. American schools like Syracuse and Fairfield University are closing their study abroad programs in the country. Grace Palmieri and Lauren Tassi are studying in Florence with the University of Illinois and Illinois State. They have been told not to travel to Milan.
Most of the information that we're getting is from our advisors here. We're just kind of trying to take whatever precautions they tell us to. We were both supposed to travel this weekend to Milan and had to cancel our trips because we were told that it's probably best that we stay home.
At a hotel in Spain's Canary Islands, the doors are chained shut, and nearly 1,000 tourists there have been ordered to stay in their rooms because an Italian guest is sick with the virus. The government is not only trying to calm the panic, but also the nervousness in the economic markets. One thing we keep hearing is that the number of deaths worldwide from the coronavirus is far below the number of deaths in this country from the flu this season alone. Robin?
Gotta keep that in mind, Steve. Thank you. The CDC